Okay, everyone, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so excited to be here with you. Thank you so much for coming, for being here today with us. I saw in the chat we are here. I counted something like 25 different countries, and I think we are here for more. It's amazing that we are here from so many places around the world sharing this space. So welcome. Thank you for coming. I promise you it's going to be very interesting and even insightful. I have a feeling you will get an insight or two from this session today about how to use images and metaphors in your work, in your daily life. And I think there is a chance also you will get an insight maybe about your life as well. And also for those of you who are going to stay until the end of the session, we have an amazing, very exclusive offer for you. So stay tuned, because this is really a one-of-a-kind offer. So let's start by introduction. I'm Yaron Golan. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Points of View. I'm coming from the field of business management, psychology. In the last 18 years, I studied life coaching and business coaching 18 years ago. And since then, since we just established Points of View in 2007, I've been the CEO. I'm a father. I'm married to Einat. I have 3 small baby boys. And this is in general. As you can see, my English is not my native language, but I promise you, I will do my best to speak slowly. And I'm going to be very expressive, and I'm going to find a way for you to really understand everything. Please, if you can open your camera, that will be wonderful. You know, we're talking about images and metaphors, and we would love to see your face. Doesn't matter. I know that some of you may be in your pajama, some of you may be in the end of the day, in the beginning of the day. However you are, it will be great just to see you, just to meet you. So let me share with you, I'm going to share with you in the whole presentation a little bit about the Points of View work, what we are doing. I'm going to share with you about our method and take you step by step. So we have 3 objectives for today. The first one, it's really to give you an idea of how images and metaphors can really boost development, transformation, healing processes. These are an amazing tools that you can work either in your practice as a professional, at home with yourself or with your loved ones, or at work with your teams. So you're going to have a taste of how to work with images and metaphors. I'm going to share with you, you're going to meet a life-changing method, very powerful, yet very simple method. I'm going to take you through. I'm not going to tell you about the process, about the method. I'm going to give you the experience. And for those of you who will be interested to learn how to facilitate this method, you can come to one of our workshops. I will tell you more about it later. And the last thing is to really open a door for an exciting business opportunities. I have very big things to share with you. And I know that in this, how many are we here? 240 people who are here in the room. I know that for a few of you, it's going to be the beginning of a very significant journey for all of us. It's going to be a significant journey together. So a little bit about Points of View. In Points of View, we create innovative tools and training for professional and personal development. Our tools are based on the powerful language of today's world, the language of photos. And actually, we use different kind of experiential method. Photos are only a part of them. And in general, in Points of View, our expertise, it's not to deliver content. There are many other companies in the world that can deliver great content. Our expertise or mastery, it's in the ability to deliver an experience, a deep and profound experience that can really shift your point of view, can really open your heart and help you to take a step forward. Our tools, one of the added value is that they are igniting imagination, triggering intuition, provoke the mind, and spark a very unique and authentic dialogue. Again, some of it you will have a chance to experience today. And our tools are available in more than 30 languages, in more than 150 countries. And until today, we have more than 1 million participants in our workshops worldwide. It's amazing. Actually, Points of View became a movement. of people from all around the world, and we are opening hearts and mind worldwide. Who uses our tools and trainings? Actually, we have three kinds of people, and I think all of you guys here are a mix of those three target audience. One is professionals, psychologists, coaches, therapists, facilitator, consultants, who use our tools and method to bypass logic, to break patterns, to open the client's heart and to really dive deep into their issues. They use it in a one-on-one session, coaching session, therapy session, in workshop, as an icebreaker, as a closure, as a dynamic tool that helps touch significant issues in non-confronting way. Another people who use the points of view are HR and OD departments in different organizations around the world. They use it to foster a culture of dialogue and to really find the common values in the organization. We are working with Intel, with Google, with NASA, with Wix, all kind of organizations, different sizes, and they use it for team building, leadership development, conflict resolution, and many other activities. And we have many individuals who are looking for their own toolkits to enhance their communication with themselves and with other people, to restore a sense of balance, to develop their inner strength. They use it with themselves at home, with their loved ones, with their kids and friends. And again, it's really connects and create a very unique dialogue with ourselves and with other people. So again, this is a little bit about us. If you have questions, by the way, you can write them down in the chat. We are going to have time for questions, and a few times I'm going to give you an experience. You're going to have the time to ask and really understand how you can use it in your own home, clinic, or office. So before we start, I would like to maybe connect you to the essence of points of view. And the essence of points of view represents in the double meaning of our name. The name of the company is Points of You, Y-O-U, but it sounds like points of view, the way we are looking at things. And this double meaning, it's all about what we do here in Points of View. So let's talk about those two, and I want to start with points of view, the way we are looking at things. So I want to share with you a story. It's a story from one of our tools from the coaching game, and they say it's a true story. The story is about a shoe factory owner in the 20th century that wanted to expand his business. So he decided to send two of his top and senior executives to far continent, each one of them to a different side of the continent, to go and find new markets that they can grow their business. The first executive got on a ship and had a long sailing, something like 1 month over the ocean. It was a terrible journey. All the time he was throwing up and seasick, really terrible. After 1 month, suddenly they can see the shore, and as he was walking down towards the beach, suddenly he saw the natives and he noticed that they are barefoot. He held his head, he couldn't believe his eyes, and he went to find a telegraph to send to his boss saying, "Hi, I arrived. No one here have shoes. No one even heard about shoes. It's a waste of time. I already bought the ticket. I will be back in 1 month." At the same time, the second executive also hopped on a ship and went into a long journey over the ocean, like 1 month. It was a terrible journey as well. He was seasick, throwing up, cursing the moment he was born. And after 1 month, finally he can see the shore. And as he was walking down towards the beach, suddenly he noticed that all the natives are barefoot. He held his head, he couldn't believe his eyes, and he ran to send a telegraph to his boss saying, "Hi, I arrived. No one here have shoes. No one even heard about shoes. Unbelievable opportunities. I already started to make connection. We can sell millions and millions of shoes. Please, ASAP, send me 10 containers of shoes." Points of view, this is what it's all about. On any object, on any issue, on any person, on any situation in our world, we have infinite points of view, different interpretation, different approaches. If I take it even further, when we are talking about point of view, usually we are talking about our ability to see, our sight. And think about it, that in every given moment, we have a fixed point of view, about 180 degrees of observation. This is what we can see in every given moment, about 180 degrees. And still, we have an additional 180 degrees behind us that we don't see. Now, even if I don't see what's not behind me, it doesn't mean that it's not there. If we're talking about metaphors, for us, this fixed point of view, metaphorically, stands for our own patterns, for our own fixed way of looking at things. We have our own way, we have our own filter, which usually this is how we look at life. And the thing about points of view, it's how we can expand this 180 degrees, how we can change our observation, the places where we have a breakthrough, when we gain a new insight, a new understanding, usually doesn't come from our existing point of view. Usually it will come from this one that is behind us, the one that we don't see. What we are doing with the points of view tools and trainings and activities, it's a kind of a dance. We are helping people to really get out of the regular and fixed point of view, to change their perspective, to move. And from that moment, suddenly something new is happening and appearing. So points of view, this is one. And the second thing is points of you, Y-O-U. Our own and unique points of view, each one of us. And it starts, first of all, with the question, how much in our life do we really express ourselves as they are, as we are? How much do we allow ourselves to be who we are, to dress as we are, not as we are expected to dress, to be? How much in our life do we really allow ourselves to choose really the life partner that we want to live with? Doesn't matter his gender, his religious, race, how much we really go with ourselves all the way, without calculation, if they are going to like it or not. So let's take maybe another step towards points of view, understanding it. I'm going to ask you a question. Please, you can write it in the chat box. How do you think that our point of view is formed, and when? How do we get our point of view? Just write down in the chat whatever comes to your mind. Just write it down. What do you think? From previous experiences, you're right, in personal history, things that we were succeeded and things that we failed determine the way that we are looking at things. Great. What else? Environment. What kind of environment? Beliefs. You are right. Culture. Our culture determines our point of view. Our family and parents maybe have the most significant impact on our points of view. Great. Religious, social media, exactly all of those things completely define our point of view, the filter that through them we see life. Also, by the way, our gender, if I'm a man, if I'm a male or female, different point of view. Even think about it, our physical location in the world, if I was born in the Middle East, or if I was born in Lapland, probably it's completely two different points of view. And still, think about a family, that the family have two baby boys, twins. They born into the same parents, grew up with the same family, went to the same school, got the same education, same religious. Everything is exactly the same. Still, each and every one of them is going to be a completely different individual. So in points of view, besides expanding our perspective and looking at things from different angles, we are also encouraging and challenging people to really bring their own and authentic points of view and to live their life to the fullest. And the way that we are doing it, it's through an inner research process, where we are putting a question marks of all the things that we are waking up every morning and we are fighting for. We are taking a moment to see, are those things are really mine? And I'm going to ask you a question that has maybe a complicated answer, but it's be with it. My question to you is your point of view. Is it really belongs to you? How much of the way that you are living today, the profession that you choose to do, the everyday life, how much of it belongs to you? And how much of it belongs maybe to your mother, and maybe to your father, or maybe other people in your surrounding, and maybe, by the way, it might be your point of view, but it was who you were 1 year ago, or 2 years ago, or 5 years ago. Maybe it's not aligned right now with who you are today. So in points of view, tools and trainings and activities, we are encouraging people to bring their own authentic point of view, to show up. And we are doing it in a very unique and fun and engaging way that you don't even notice because you're having fun and suddenly something clicks. So this is, first of all, about point of view a little bit. Again, I'm going to give you some time later to ask any questions and to understand how you can use whatever we are doing in your own practice, home, and office. So today, we are going to focus on one of the experiential methods that we are using. I told you we are using many of them, not only images and metaphors, which are amazing and very deep and powerful tool for development, which we are going to touch the tip of the ice today. We have many other things like mindfulness and music therapy and movement and storytelling. But today we are focusing on images. And I would like to give you also a taste of this powerful experience. So first of all, a beautiful quote about photographs and images, that photographs are footprints of our minds, mirrors of our lives, reflections from our hearts, frozen memories that we can hold in silent stillness in our hands forever if we wish. They document not only where we have been, but also point the way to where we might perhaps be going, whether we realize this yet or not. And this is a precise description of the power of photographs, the footprints of our minds, of our lives, of our hearts. And I would like to maybe talk a little bit more about photograph images and metaphors. First of all, images and metaphors talking to our right hemisphere, to our more creative part inside of us, the more associative part, emotional part, imagination part. Usually for most of us, from different reasons, this is the part that is less dominant in our life. Unfortunately, or I don't know if unfortunately, but right now, most of the time, the left brain, the left hemisphere is the dominant, is giving the tone. This is the structure part, the mission-oriented part. This is the productive part. It's a part of our society that we have to be productive, get results, and everything has to be very concrete. And so images and metaphor talks to our right side. And in point of view, what we are doing, by the way, it's not about right or left. It's about creating a new link between right hemisphere and left hemisphere. And you will see it later on. We are going to play a little bit. Suddenly, you might get a new connection that you didn't have before, that is combined with those two hemispheres. So first of all, right and left brain, and there is a lot of science behind it, neuroscience, very interesting. And again, hopefully some of you are going to continue in our academy and you can learn much more about this amazing effect in our brain. One more thing, most of us, if we are lucky, we have photo albums for our childhood. If we are lucky, not all of us have it. But we have different photographs, different albums, moments that we capture into a one frame. Think about it. An image, it's a huge or many experiences that are captured into and frozen into one frame. So lucky of us have a physical photo album, but all of us have an inner, eternal photo album from our life experiences, from encounters that we had, from our failures, successes, pain, sorrow, different kind of things. We have our own inner photo album. When we are looking at an image or at a metaphor, it resonates and it's triggering our own photo album and it brings it to life. And it allows us, if we are doing it in awareness, to work with it, to process it, and maybe even heal some of the things that were captured a long time ago. And one more thing I want to tell you about images before we are going to have a small and interesting experience is that, think about it. We were talking about points of view. Now, point of view and images are connected because an image, it's one frame that from some reason you chose, if you are the photographer, or the photographer chose one single frame from infinite different possible frames. He could take this frame, this one, whatever, but it's one frame that from different reason, I chose it and I look at it. And this frame, if we are patient enough, and if we have the techniques how to work with it, can suddenly expose hidden parts, unconscious. It can be an access for our intuition. It can really tell us so much. We just need to know how to open this door. And this is what we are doing in points of view. And today, again, I will give you a short example, but this is points of view. It's really to understand how to use those images and metaphors to catalyze and to boost personal observation and transformation. So I think it's time maybe to play a little bit. And we are going to do it very gentle. And again, it's only the tip of the ice. We don't have a lot of time. And I'm going to give you time to ask questions after this experience, and then I will tell you more. So what I'm going to share with you today, it's a little bit about how you can observe an image for yourself, for your own personal development, or if you're working with other people around you as a professional or at work. So just a small taste. And in order to do it and to really not being structured and only left brain oriented, but really to give you an experience, I want you to first tune into this process. I'm inviting you to, first of all, make sure that you are comfortable and that nobody is going to disturb you in the next 10, 15 minutes. Put your phone on silence if it's possible, okay? And I want you to take a deep breath. Let it out. And I'm going to ask you a question. Maybe you didn't ask yourself a question today. Maybe people ask you, but you didn't really answer it. And it's a very important question. So take another breath, and I'm going to tell you the question. The question I want to ask you, and I want you to answer to yourself, how are you today? How do you really feel today? How do you feel right now when you're sitting and listening? What's on your mind right now? What's bothering you? Is there any specific challenge in your life that you are facing at the moment? Something that can be work-related, relationship, something with your life partner, with your kids, the life partner you would like to have that you don't have right now, maybe about your career. I'm inviting you, I would like you to really take a moment and for yourself, decide where you are going to focus this short observation that we are going to do together through the images. So have in mind a specific issue that you are dealing with. Again, I'm inviting you to choose something that is really sits on you if it's possible. Really bring something that you have a chance in the next 10 minutes, maybe to change your perspective and maybe get an insight about it. So I'm inviting you. You don't have to share. You don't have to say anything. Choose something that it's time for you maybe to put a question mark and to look at. Please, if you have something to write and if you need something, so just have something to write with you because maybe we are going to write something. You would like to write something later. Okay, so having in mind an issue in your life that you want to observe in the next 10 minutes, and try to be even more specific. What exactly about this issue you would like to observe? Go from the big title, head title, into something more specific, more concrete. For example, it's not enough to say my relationship with my life partner. Be more specific with yourself. My life partner and me right now needs to make a decision about to do this, that. I want to see. Be more specific with what really sits on you. Great. In a moment, I'm going to change the slide in a few minutes. And I'm going to take you through afterwards how to look at the photo. But first, when I'm going to change the slide and you are going to look at the photo, I would like you to look or to be connected to the first immediate response that your body and mind and even soul have to the photograph, to the image. Many times, the first 2 seconds when we are looking at an image, we have a very authentic impact. And then after 2-3 seconds, our logic take control and make it completely something different. So I would like you, in a moment, when I'm going to change the slide, thinking about your issue in mind. When you are looking at this image, see what will be the immediate impact that this image triggers in you regarding the issue that you chose to focus on. Ready? Here we go. Okay. So again, first of all, try to identify the reaction of the photographs of the image on you. Maybe you already have a connection between the issue you have in mind and the image. And I would like, first of all, to start and to guide you how to look at an image. And we start by facts. When we look at an image, we are starting by really identifying the facts in the image. So here we can see a figure. They are trying to do like hand wrestling. We have another person in the back. It's 2 people. It doesn't clear if it's a male, if it's a female. It seems that they are very, putting a lot of pressure and effort in this process and so on. So first of all, we start by identifying the facts as much as we can about an image. Then we're moving to another layer. We are trying to see what is the situation. What is the situation that we see is arousing in us? Maybe sometimes we can even feel it in our body. We can really feel something in our body when we are looking at the image. So see, what is the situation over there? What is the scenario? Is it a positive one for you? Is it a negative one? Great. And we are moving forward. And again, it's there is many things about looking at an image. We do it in our workshop right now. It's only a taste. So I will go quick. I will not go to all the questions. I would like you to imagine the situation. And if you zoom out and you are thinking what else from the right side of the image or on the left side or maybe above or beyond, what is the situation that this image is happening in? What is the scenario? And a very important question, what is the most significant detail in the photograph for you? It can be something very tiny or something very big, but I want you to find in this image a detail that for some reason, this is the detail that captured your attention. And more important question is why? What's in this specific detail that really talks to you, that really triggers you? Great. And one more question, do you like this photo? Do you like this image or you don't like it? Or more importantly, why? What's in this image that makes you like it or makes you want to, throw it away? And our last question for this image, how does this image connect to your life, to the situation that you, or the issue that you chose to work with or to focus on right now? How does this a metaphor of a situation in your life? Okay, and there are many more questions that we can ask, by the way, and maybe you can even write it in the chat, it would be great. For example, Some of you talk about the expression of this person's face, about the effort, about, again, this forcefulness, great, but there are many more nuances. Something I want to point out, it's this third person that you can see in the background. It's actually, there is another person in the background, another person that is present, but is not present. And now it's this person maybe connects also, if we look at it metaphorically, how does this person, presence or not present, affect, by the way, this situation, or affect the issue that you chose in your life? And again, there are many nuances, and once we are starting to dive, and some of you, by the way, I see in the chat, I don't have time to read everything, but you are giving amazing point of view, beautiful observation, and this is how we start to use an image and to connect it to ourselves. And again, I want you to connect this image to how does this image represent the issue that you had in mind. So this is the first thing. Now get ready, take another breath. We are going to move to the next photo, for the next image. So get ready. And again, the same thing, I'm going to show you an image. By the way, the first two images I'm showing you are from one of our award-winning tools, Punctum. It's a tool also that we use in Hello Points workshop. I will tell you about it later. So this is one of our tools. The images are only a very small part of it. There is many more things in the kit. So having in mind your issue, we are moving to the next image and see the impact of the next image on you. Ready? Go. And again, try to identify the immediate response you have when you're looking at this image. Sometimes it can bring a resistance, it can bring a smile. Do you like this image or no? And more importantly, why? Why do you like it or why you don't like it? Great, you are starting to write different observation, amazing, great. And again, I want you to expand your point of view and to look beyond this specific frame. So probably it's a woman. I want you to start and think, is she alone in the car? Are there more people with her? Where is she driving? Where is she going? Does she know where she's going? How fast is she going? Is it she's full speed, full power on the gas, or maybe it's just a moment when we capture before she's going to the brakes? When we look at an image, also we can work with our senses. For example, I would like you to try to smell the smell in the car. What is the smell in the car? Maybe it's a smell of cigarettes. Maybe it's a smell of a new car. Okay, is the window open or closed? Is it night or day? And again, how does this image connect to you and to your life and to the issue that you are dealing with? And I'm going to ask you a question. I would like you to try to connect this image through a question. Look at this image and tell me how this image connects to what isn't working for you right now in this specific situation that you chose to observe. How this image tells you about what's not working for you at the moment with this specific issue. And again, be creative. Maybe what's not working can be that you put too much effort on the gas pedal. Maybe it tells you that you have to press the gas pedal and right now you are not moving to anywhere. Maybe it tells you that you are not even this person. Maybe you are not the driver and you don't even know where you are going. Find a way to connect this image to what's not really working for you at the moment in this specific issue that you chose to focus on. And thank you everyone who are sharing in the chat. This is very important. It's beautiful, and this is a part of the connection that we are making through the images and metaphors, and we are making new connections sometimes. And sometimes it can be very significant one. Great. So well, I chose for you, by the way, randomly. I didn't choose the cards. I chose randomly 4 images, 4 cards for you. This is the second one. We have 2 more. And just to tell you again, we can choose cards randomly, which means facing down, that we don't know which card we are choosing. The card is choosing us. And we have an option to choose the cards facing up when you or your clients are choosing specific cards. Each one of them has different added values. Each one of them can be amazing in different settings. And again, this is a part of what we are teaching in the Points of View workshop in Hello Points. And again, I will talk about it later. Right now, I chose the photographs for you randomly. And we are going to find a way to make a process out of it. So take a deep breath. Ready? I'm going to show you the third image. The third one is going to be from the coaching game. You will see a card that doesn't have only an image, but has also a title. And I want you to notice how different it is when you have a card, an image with a title. It's a completely different experience. And by the way, I was talking before about the integration between right, left, and right and left brain. The title talks to our left brain, the image talks to our right brain, and after a few seconds, this is how a new link can be formed. So we are going to look at the next card, and the next card, by the way, I'm going to tell you the question before you are looking at it. The third card is going to represent what do you need. Having in mind the specific issue you are dealing with, the struggling, the challenges, what's not working, the third card is going to show you what do you really need. Here we go. Okay. First of all, I don't know if you notice, if you can see the gallery, the reaction of some of the people for each photos, it's amazing. You know, some of you smile, some of you make a face. And again, this is a part of how each one of us see completely different things and triggered in a completely different way in every card. So look at this card, pause. And again, I'm reminding you the connection of this card to your issue. It represents what do you need. Maybe it's not you specifically, by the way. Maybe it's this, if you thought about the relationship, maybe it's about the other side. By the way, maybe you need the opposite. For example, if we look at the title of pose, what happens if you add the word no before the pose or on? Maybe you don't need to take a pose. Maybe what you need is to go straight forward, full power. I don't know. And again, look at the image. Do you like it or you don't like it? And more importantly, why? I want you to zoom out. What else? Where is it? What do you imagine? What else? If you look at your surrounding, like you are right now there near the bicycle, what can you see? Where is it? Are there more people around? If so, what are they doing? And if you need to choose the most significant detail, by the way, what we call the most significant detail, professionally wise, it's called punctum. And punctum is also one of our tools. And the meaning of punctum in Latin, it's one specific small detail that gives us an aha moment, that through this specific detail, it's clicked inside of us. So I'm asking you, looking at this image, what is your punctum? What is the most significant detail for you in this image, and why? Why? Why this specific detail speaks to you? Great. Another breath. And we are moving to the last one. And this card, it's the last one before we are going to wrap it up. And this card, by the way, represents what will help you to get what you want. having in mind again the specific issue you are dealing with. Look at this image, look at the title, and look at the image. They are both different. Maybe they are telling you different things. And how does this card tells you about what will help you get what you want in this struggle issue you chose to focus on. And we don't have too much time, so I'm not going to go into details, but this time I would like to tell you a story. You know, you see the page, you see the number. The number represents, this is from the coaching game, a story. On each of the cards, we have story, quotes, question. Marek, can you tell us the story of Should Be? It's one of my favorites, by the way.
Sure, would love to.
Thank you, Marek.
I have a friend who lives in a very well-to-do neighborhood. Both she and her husband are successful lawyers. They are two intelligent individuals and each hold prestigious university degrees. I had been at their home for about an hour or so during a recent visit when my friend told me she had to leave for a few minutes to pick up her daughter from a dance class. When the two of them returned, the young girl was sobbing and clearly very upset. I asked my friend what happened to bring on such crying, and she replied, "I always wanted to be a dancer, and my parents wouldn't hear of it. The same thing is not going to happen to my daughter. She has to be a dancer, even if it's tough on her. I missed out big time because my parents forced me to become a lawyer. I will never force her to be a lawyer. She will be a dancer."
Thank you, Marek. Should be. And a good question, what really needs to be in your life in this specific issue? And who is this defining what should be? So, I would like to wrap it up, this short experience, and I want you to ask yourself, from those four images and observation, what do you really take away with you regarding your own issue? And maybe a decision that you need to make. What are you taking with you? And you can write it down, by the way, in the chat if you want. And I want to invite you even, maybe there is a small action item also that you can do. Again, not something dramatic. Don't need right now to get fired, to get divorced. No, something small that if you will do it, maybe it will bring you closer to finding the right solution. So if you have a small action item that depends on you, like picking up the phone, saying I love you, whatever, just write it down as well. So first of all, this is a very short, again, it's not even the tip of the ice, it's the tip of the tip of the ice, okay, of what you can do with points of view. If you have any question, we have a few minutes for that, and then I would like to give you an amazing offer. So if you have any question, please, you can unmute yourself and ask it. Any question, would like to know how to implement it, how to use it in group, one-on-one, coaching, personal, anything, feel free. How to use it in virtual and Zoom. We have different solutions to work with it online. Right now, it's not a workshop, so I didn't give you a chance, but in our workshop, when you are going to facilitate them, you're going to join them online, we have an interactive digital tool, which you can choose the cards online. Once you become a point of view certified facilitator or you are joining the academy, then you can use it also with your own clients, with your team, with your friends online. So does it ever fail? First of all, you know, life, you have everything in life, but it's not a matter of failing. And this is something that we teach also in our workshop. When you use it, you need to trust the process. And sometimes it's good, it's very good if somebody chose a card that is very confronting, like death. Or if something is stuck, if you know how to work with it as a facilitator, then it's priceless. So again, fail, it's only a matter of points of view as well. And again, this is what we teach in our workshops. If anybody, yes, we are going to hopefully send you the recording later. And if anybody wants to take the stage and ask a question, go ahead and do it. Just unmute yourself and ask a question. It's not a must, only if you want. Yes, if it's suited for kids, yes, one of the most amazing things that when you are using it with kids, the visual, the images. This is the language, by the way, of today's world. This is a language that kids and children find it very easily to connect with. We are working with the education system in Israel, in the US, all over the world. They use it in different activities in class. If the kids are very young, then they might need someone to facilitate for them and to process it with them, like an adult, a consultant, someone to guide them. If they are teenagers and up, then most of the time you just have to put it on the table, and you will be amazed to see the kind of depth and discussions that will come up to the surface. Let me see if maybe I can find you some more questions.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question about doing it virtually, because some of the groups I'm working with, and I like the way you showed this. It's so effective in person, but how do you do it effectively virtually?
So again, today it's only a presentation in our online workshop. One of them I'm going to tell you in a moment. We are playing it. We are doing it's a virtual online live facilitation. We are using a digital version, an interactive version of our cards, and then you are sharing a link with your participants, and they are have the chance to choose their own cards. We have a complete solution for that, and hopefully you are going to join one of our online sessions. I can tell you something very special about this training, that it's very, very engaging and very unexpected, but precise. So yes, I will tell you all about it in a moment. Any other question before we move forward? I think I'm going to move forward because we don't have enough time. So first of all,
question, if I may.
Yeah, you have a question?
Hi, my name is Miguel. Thank you, Yaron. Quick question. I understand that you guys have workshops, and evidently going to a workshop is probably the best way to go. Sometimes getting out there and the cost of getting out there becomes an issue. And since you're mentioning the possibility of doing things virtually, number one is, are you going to be having workshops in South America sometime soon? And the second question, in lieu of that, if you can't be there physically, are you considering giving workshops virtually
Yes.
as an option?
Thank you, Miguel, for your question. First of all, yes, we have face-to-face training programs of 1 day or 5 days, professional and academy-oriented, and personal development all around the world. And we have, by the way, Mexico coming in soon in May. But we understand that we are living in a world that today it's much more easy to do an online training as well. So I'm going to share with you right now in a minute a very specific workshop that I think this is your right gateway to points of view and to enter the magic of our world. I will just say briefly why to join Points of View if you didn't realize it yet, and to expand your toolkit and to find new experiential method that, again, therapeutic photography techniques is only one of them, and to learn how to use it and how to create your own content and activity with images, metaphors, and many other things. It's an inner research journey. What you had today, it's only a small taste of what is happening in our workshop. We believe that the best way to learn to use our tools is to experience them first. So this is what we are doing in our workshop. It's also international accreditation. For those of you who are ICF member, International Coach Federation, we give up to 50 CCUs. We have an amazing global community and network of inspiring professionals from all around the world. The secret, I think, or the most significant asset of Points of View is the tribe, the community. It's a place to share knowledge and to get support in a way you cannot imagine, and a business opportunity. If you want to grow your business, you can facilitate our official workshop online, face-to-face, to your existing clients, new clients. Lots of exciting possibilities once you are becoming a Points of View, once you are joining to our workshop and becoming especially a Points of View certified facilitator. So Miguel, about your question and some of the questions I saw other people are asking, the best way to start with Points of View, it's our Academy Level 1, it's Hello Points workshop, it's either face-to-face or virtually. We have it virtually. The main thing about this workshop is to take a time out from your hectic life and really to experience the magic of our tools, method, phototherapy. Today, it was again a tip of the ice. You will learn in this workshop also how to have a different dialogue with yourself and with others. You will learn new tools and new skills that you can add into your professional toolkit. Our workshop is hybrid. It's live facilitation virtually online, plus a digital journey that you are doing before and after the session. It's really a life-changing 73% of our graduates of the academy and facilitators say that points of view, it's a life-changing method for them, really, the life before and after. So this, just to tell you more, this specific workshop, it's 3 live sessions virtually, live online, 3 hours each. You get also our award-winning tool, the coaching game and Punctum, that each one of them together are valued almost $300. You can see here all the beautiful things that you are receiving. Participate concept pack with booklet, cards, journal, canvas bags, amazing. 6 ICF CCUs. You will also get an access to our knowledge base with loads of ideas and tips of content, how to use it with your kids, online, face-to-face, with your team, with your client for anything you can imagine. And also it's including a digital journey, 5 days of joy that you will do after the workshop with yourself, choosing cards online. So we have a special offer until today, 12 a.m. UTC, which I think it's like 6 hours from now. We have a limited number of participants. So please, if you are interested, if you have a calling, hurry up. As we speak, you can see in the chat a link to our store where you can see all the dates of the upcoming Hello Points, and you have a coupon code. Make sure you add it because you get more than 30% discount to join this workshop. It's something that we don't give, and please don't ask us next week because this is a very rare opportunity and discount that we give. So instead of $590, you receive it for $399. The physical tools, we ship it to you, including everything. This is really mind-blowing just for you to come and experience the magic and to start a growing and ongoing journey with us. The possibilities are amazing, and we have an amazing movement around the world, and we are looking for more people to pay it forward, to make a difference in the world.
Yaron, if I may, just one other quick question.
Yes.
Thank you for your tolerance. I work as a professional interpreter and translator. And although I speak very fluent English, evidently, where I live and work is primarily in Latin America. Is this program available also in Spanish, I would gather?
Yes,
For
they
the
are
materials
available
and
in
stuff?
different languages. My suggestion also now in the chat box, we are going to add also our team of experts that can support you with those questions. Any question that you have, if you want to learn more, then you can either WhatsApp us through this chat, or you can even schedule a meeting with one of our experts, and we will help you to figure out the best way for you to join, because some of you are already wants to go even further, and not only to start the Academy Level 1, wants to go to Level 2 and Level 3. So set up a meeting with us, with our expert, send us a WhatsApp, and we'll figure it out, and we'll find a way to make it really great. Yes, everything that we told you is including shipping. This price, $399. Again, it's something you will not see it. It's including 2 of our tools, all the concept pack that you can see here, live facilitation virtually, 3 sessions, it's 9 hours, 6 CCUs, shipping, everything. Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but this is what it is, because we know that once you join us, it's about really doing a long journey. We have people with us. We are established 16 years ago. We have people from the beginning that are now lead masters of points of view all around the world. I'm going to be in Vietnam, by the way, next week, and we have facilitators come to facilitate with me from Indonesia, from France, and from Vietnam. So if you have a calling to pay it forward and to touch people's lives through those methods, you are most welcome to either sign up as soon as possible to Level 1 or set up a meeting, and let's talk and connect and find ways to take it further. Yes, we are coming to Malaysia, and we are, as I told you, in 150 countries around the world. Lots of possibilities. If you want to learn more, again, either join Hello Points online or set up a meeting in the chat. You will see all the information, and you can ask any question, and we help you figure it out. What is the time? Wow, amazing. We have 1 last minute, and this is exactly the minute to close. I would like to ask you if you can write in the chat in 1 word, or maybe maximum 1 sentence, what are you taking with you from today's session? It can be maybe something professionally, how to use it. It can be something personal about your observation, anything you want, just write in one word, maximum one sentence in the chat. What are you taking with you from today experience with people from all around the world? Clarity, a calling, courage, beautiful point of view, possibilities, inspiration, exploration. Be bold, yes, a great experience, insightful, shine, deep breath and keep going, expansion. Mwah! Amazing. Thank you, everyone. I had a pleasure to be with you today, to meet you. I'm looking forward to hug you and to see you in one of our workshops, either virtually or face-to-face. And I wish us to do amazing things together. The world needs it. And again, when we are doing it together, everything is possible. Sending you lots of love from Israel. Thank you very much. Bayush. If you can say even bye-bye in your word, that would be great. Shalom. Just unmute yourself.
Adiós.
Adios. Yes.
Gracias.
A muchas gracias.
Adiós, hasta luego.
Gracias.
Hasta
luego. Bye-bye.
Adiós, adiós,
Bye-bye.
adiós.
Arigato.
Gracias.
Gracias.
شكرا مع السلامة
Shukran. Shukran.
Bye.
Adiós.
Adios.
See you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Okay. All right. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
ومايا
Bye bye.